What's up, guys? It's Virtual Beats coming at you live once again from the simulation, and we're back with the vocal tutorials. I know that, I did a vocal tutorial like this in the past, Hyperpop tutorial, but I really want to go more in depth and, explain more about this genre because, a lot of you guys, showed love on the old video. I got a lot of views. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Virtual Beats. I do vocal tutorials. I do a lot of, beat tutorials for FL Studio, podcasts, and a lot of, motivational videos to keep you going. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead, leave a like and subscribe for more content. But in this video, I really want to go over, refresh a lot of the old things and really, answer some questions I got in the last video. Before we even go into the process, I want to go ahead and play the song, show you a little bit, of the effects I got on here, and then we'll break down the process.
Lord's vibe is so good.
You can try to run away from all of my pain, thinking that I will fade away, and you'll be back here again. We'll be more than friends, 'cause you'll miss all the times we had in bed. Why does nothing seem to be working? I thought we were so perfect. Why can't you just stand back and see that you're the one meant for me? Life together is destiny. So stop the distance, don't fade away.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the process of mixing that. So there's 3 things that are really important that I would recommend people do before recording the vocals. 1, make sure that you can get all the background noise toned down as low as you can get it as possible. This means using treatment like acoustic foam or the panels. This means using, a blanket over your head. Like, my boy Travis Scott right here, look at him using the blanket over his head. A lot of people do this technique in pro studios. Don't be fooled. It really helps you get a good recording. 2, mic positions. You want to be a certain distance away from your mic. Always make sure you're recording at a certain distance. 3, pop filters. Pop filters help. Always use pop filters. So once you got that down, you got good recordings, we can go into it. I'm not gonna go over stuff like BPM, a lot of basic stuff. This is gonna be, just going over a lot of things I did in the last video. But if you want my complete guide, my whole technique on how I record vocals, how do I edit, how do I, mix them, the whole entire process, I got a video of it right above here. Check it out. It goes in depth. It covers really everything you need to know about recording vocals in FL Studio. It's a good starter. It's even good for people that, are pro with vocals. You'll learn a thing or two in there. So we're going to go ahead and go into the main vocals first. So for the main vocals, so this is what I use for the main vocals. I use an NS1 stereo noise suppressor. And this is really just to move background noise. So if you don't have these plugins, you don't have any of these, you can't afford them, or you have different ones, or you have other ones that you prefer that do the same thing, that's good. Try to stay on this structure and really just, adjust things accordingly to your voice. So what I recommend is just something to remove the background noise. And this one does that for me, auto-tune. Whatever auto-tune you like, whatever's fitting to you, I recommend you guys do not copy these settings if you use the same thing, because you got, your own voice, your own tones. You can probably get higher notes than I can, so I wouldn't recommend using these. But this is the auto-tune I use. If you want to copy these settings, you're more than welcome to. I don't know why you would, but Patcher, this is basically just EQing the vocals. This is a little, Patcher preset. It's basically just using the EQ and cutting the lows and boosting the highs. So it basically be like this, cutting the lows, boosting the highs, adding, you want to do this high pass cut. But yeah, just basically doing stuff like this. That's basically what it's doing, but it's simple. In the other video, I think I used an SSL. It's all your personal choice on how you want to, do that. Then I added a compressor. This compressor gets it as loud as I want it to be without clipping. So whatever compressor you want to use, go ahead and go for it. De-esser. Whatever de-esser you want to use. You have Spitfish, Maximus, use that one. These are my de-esser settings for waves. If you want to copy them, we all have different mics, but this is what I like personally. There's some good presets in here if you use this. There's anything from Dave Pensato, the lead, the hook DS, Any of these are really good. I like the Hook DS, is pretty good. You know, if you want to try some of the presets, I recommend that one. That one's really good. And then once you really clean it up, here, let me go ahead and just play the vocals. So this is the vocals right here, without anything.
You can try to run away.
And once you clean it up,
You can try to run away.
it really will sound cleaner. So we'll go ahead and go one by one with the effects. This is without noise suppressor.
You can try to run away from all of my pain.
You don't really hear a difference because my room is treated, but this is, you know, on there just to be safe, just to, you know, play it safe, just to, you know, have it for sure gone, like for sure gone. But if you don't have, you know, that good of a treatment, you're gonna need it. It really will come in handy. Tuning the vocals.
You can try to run away.
This keeps me a little bit more on key. And then patcher.
You can try to run away. You can try to run away.
So there it goes. It just cleaned up all that bass. EQs, there's a lot of better stuff. SSLs, I just wanted to try something new just for the sake of this video. But yeah, then the compressor.
You can try to run away.
It's loud without clipping. And then de-esser.
You can try to run away from all of my pain, thinking that I will fade away.
Now, once you do that, then I would recommend turning on the beat and then going over it with effects. So always mix with the beat off. I don't care what anybody says. Clean up the vocals without the beat. Only mix the vocals on top of the beat. Once you clean up the vocals, you get them clean to where you want them, and you want to start adding. It's only when you want to start adding reverb, delay, and all these other stuff that's when you should turn on the beat. So I'm gonna turn on the beat now.
You try to run away.
Now, with the beat on, it sounds, you know, washed. So what you gotta do is you gotta add effects to it, you know, make it blend with the beat. So I added CLA vocals, you know, took a lot of the lows out, just to play it safe, boosted some of the frequencies up here, and added some wideness. So it'll go from this.
You can try to run away.
So it gives it that, you know, wideness, cleanness, you know, it makes it more bright. Then I add a reverb. If you guys want to copy my reverb settings, if you use stock plugins, this is what I use. I usually keep it like this, and I use this knob to level it. You might have it all the way up like this, and it might be. But yeah, just keep that down. I started right here at 0. Keep it at 0 and then slowly bring it up to, you know, where you like it. So, oh, you can't see it because I'm in the way, but let me move this over. So yeah, you want to go ahead and slightly bring this up to where you could see it. So, or where you could hear it. Not where you can hear it, but you want to slowly bring this up to where, you know, it sounds good to your ears. You don't want to have it all the way up because, so you just want to go ahead, play it and slowly bring it up.
You can try to run away from all of my pain, thinking that I will fade away.
And then this plugin, Wave Center and MV2, these are just really just to boost it. These are just boosting it. It's essentially, it's a gain knob, you know, really boosts everything. And this keeps it, you know, on the center of the beat. These plugins, there's a lot of things to substitute it. You could use, instead of using this, you could use Fruity, I think it's Fruity's Phaser or Wave Shaper. I'm not too sure about the default plugin. And in this, you just, you know, turn up your gain on your, you know, compressor, or you could do it on here. I like MV2, it's my personal favorite. But once you have all that, it'll go from to.
You can try to run away.
That's pretty much it for the main vocals. Then what you would do now is move on to the other vocals. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the main vocals. You just want to keep in the back of your mind that, look, it always has to hit right here.
Try to run away.
Between 6 and 9, because if it goes any louder, this is what you're gonna hear.
You can try to run away.
Like it's really, really clipping. It's clipping really bad. So you want to make sure 6 and 9.
You can try to run away.
And you know, it's like, why even stop there? You could even go crazier. In the last video, I talked about ad-libs and how to do stutters for Hyperpop, but I want to go more in depth with this one. So This one, in the last video, I didn't talk about, layering with whispers. So I have a whisper layer right here. But yeah, it's really just the same preset. If you watch my recording, my whole recording video, all I did was I just copied this preset over, and all I did was I boosted it. I made it wide, like really, really wide, and I took off a lot of the bass tones. I even went with a deeper cut, even though I have it on the EQ or the patcher and the vocals. I put them even a stronger EQ down, just so it has, I guess kind of like a radio effect, but not a radio effect. It just has, less of a tone. It's less powerful. And that's really what you want to do for background vocals. And for background vocals, I recommend letting them hit around between 12 and 15. So that way,
you can try to run away.
It really, keeps it jumping, keeps it going. But yeah, and the key to really having the vocals sound clean is you want to blend it to the beat. So let me go ahead and show you an example of that. So right here, the beat cuts off.
Fade away.
It sounds muffled. So what does that mean? That means you gotta muffle the vocals so it blends in smoother. So this is a good muffling preset right here. I'll show it. You just go to presets. You click this one right here, 20 hertz, 80 kilohertz cut. It'll come up like this, and you just adjust it. Whatever's in this area, this white area, is what's gonna be played.
I need you now. I'm all alone. I need you now. Please be mine. Tell me why you left me all alone. I need you more than you could ever know. Searching for.
Telling you, them layers is really gonna make your song pop. It's really gonna make your song pop. Please add layers, add some more flair. Like these little things, these little. I just really recorded twice. I stopped the whispers and I had more of a layer. But yeah, layering is gonna be your best friend with these, hyperpop songs. Sometimes you want to keep it simple and make it more glitchy, go for it. But layering really will, put some pizzazz on it. And that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna go ahead and answer the few questions I got for the last video. The first one was, how do I come up with hooks and melodies for these genres? What I do personally is I'll play, when I used to take beats off of YouTube, this was the last beat I'm taking off of YouTube. Everything here on now is going to be, just virtual beats. But there's going to be an announcement this Friday, and it's going to be, the end of type beats. But when I did used to take type beats, and what I recommend if you use type beats or if you're buying beats off of YouTube, buy a beat and look for a beat that you feel. Don't care about how it sounds, like, oh, it sounds really, like, I know that sounds kind of odd, like, oh, don't go by what it sounds like, but go by what connects most to you. If you just take a beat that sounds good, it don't matter how good and how nice it sounds. If you can't have a connection to the beat, you don't vibe on the same level as the beat, and you try to record, you're not going to have nothing to record. This is why people write songs and they're just like, I don't have no material, I don't have nothing to say. It's because you don't connect with the beat. So find something you connect with. Once you connect with it, you'll have something, to come up with. But how I write my stuff, I'll mumble or I'll record a verse or something. And this one is a freestyle. I freestyled this. And a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, watch your channel and you say you're against freestyling. But I freestyled this part right here.
You can try to run away.
And I think some of these words, I said something different. But what I did was, once I freestyled it, I got my phone, and a lot of you guys are lazy and you guys will not do this step. Take out your phone. Once you're done recording that freestyle, take your phone out. Write down what you said. If it doesn't make sense, if you said like a word that was gibberish or not even a word, just go ahead and just write down how many syllables it has. It has 3 syllables. So you can put a 3-syllable word right there. A lot of you guys just like to keep it like this, and that's the end of it. Like, no, you could freestyle it and edit it. You could tweak it. tweak it. I like to tweak my stuff. I tweak the stuff, and then I go ahead and then I re-record it again. And if I don't like that, I re-record it again. Oh, that's how you get music to sound good. The reason why your stuff does not sound good, or it's hard for you to come up with melodies, is because you'll spit a freestyle. You don't like to go ahead, go over it. It's like an essay. You got to review it. You got to edit it, put it out there. You might have to edit it again and again. You know, that's music. You know, that's how you make good music. Second question I got, how do I reduce background noise? Like I said, acoustic panels, room treatment, blanket over your head. Oh, the last question on that video had something to do completely off topic, but it was about distributing. They asked me how you distribute. I have a video on that, distribution, right here. What is distribution? If you're not familiar with that, whoever left that comment. And then I have another video I'll put above my head once more for how to distribute using DistroKid. And if you use that, you can get 7% off DistroKid using the virtual beats link. But yeah, that's pretty much how you mix vocals for Hyperpop. I recommend you guys, I know this was really fast and I covered over a lot of stuff, but I have videos in the channel that cover the basics about mixing. So this is just the structure. I like to go over the structure. I don't like to, just be like, oh, copy and paste this, because you can, but it wouldn't sound accordingly. Everything right here is fitted to my voice. So I always tell you, the structure for all these, songs. A lot of them could be the same. A lot of them could be different, could use more auto-tune. It's all your preference. But yeah, that's the end of this tutorial. So if you guys like this, want more videos like this in the future, just subscribe for more content. But my name is Virtual Beats, and I'm signing out the simulation.